Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video we're going to show you window regulator replacement on this 2003 Monte Carlo, same as any 2000 to 2007 Monte Carlo. Tools you'll need are a Phillips screwdriver, T27 Torx driver, flat blade screwdriver, putty knife and regulator, and a 10mm socket and ratchet. Okay, now we obviously start this by removing the door panel, and I'm doing this in fast motion. You can probably pick up enough to see how to do it, but if you need to see this in regular motion, just check out our other videos for the door panel removal and replacement. And once I'm done doing Speedy Gonzales through this, then we'll get to the regulator.
Okay, to access the inside of the door, you're going to want to disconnect your mirror connection here, which is pressing on this thumb tab. Okay, and you'll actually want to pull that out. Carefully use a screwdriver. Kind of press on it from the other side. Pull it through. Okay, and then you carefully want to remove your water shield. You want to do this slowly. You don't want to rip or stretch this too much. The regulator is right in behind here. This piece of foam is actually glued to the door, so you just want to kind of pull it lightly and up and out. And now you'll need a 10mm socket and ratchet, and your regulator is held in here and here by 4 bolts, and then your window motor is held in here by 3 bolts. What you'll want to do, there are 2 bolts here. What you're going to want to do is tape up your window and then remove those 2 10mm bolts. So you can see I've got some painter's tape up here. And what I'm going to do is now remove these 2 bolts. Now if you have a broken regulator and your window's halfway up, halfway down, it might be a little tougher to get to these bolts. This one will be easy because it'll probably be in this big area here. But there's enough room back in here that you should be able to get to it. The other thing is, too, if your window regulator is broken, what you can do is reach in and probably force it up by hand and then tape it up here. Okay, so now for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to hook up the power window switch again here. Okay, and you can see there's my mechanism just came down because I took those bolts out. So now I'm going to unbolt. I'm going to loosen these 2 bolts up here. And then I'm going to remove these 2 bolts. Loosen up these bolts. Okay, you lift this up and out. Might give you a little better access to this connection. It's kind of like the switches here. Just put a screwdriver up in there and disconnect it. Okay. Now you lift the regulator up and out. Here's our original regulator. Here's the 1A Auto regulator. I actually have it backwards here, I guess. Okay. So you can see everything's the same on the 1A regulator. It's going to bolt in just fine. There's the connector for the original motor. Our regulator has a pigtail on it, but it is the same connector. It actually makes it a little easier to get together. So all you would want to do is you would want to transfer these two bolts to the new regulator so you can hang it up in there. This one is fine from the car. This car, it hasn't broken, so I'm going to put the original one back in. Just wanted to show you for reference purposes. Make sure also that you've threaded the bolts into your window motor. Okay, you can feed it in there. Feed in there, reach in here to help it out. Okay. Hang the window motor, so I just hung the window motor right there. And then this regulator. Okay, so as you're feeding this up, make sure your top is right against your door. So it has to be inside the window. Okay, you can feed it up. Those bolts in and then down. Okay. Now you can put your two bolts in at the bottom. Okay. My regulator's on and tight. Let's get my window motor hooked up. So there's my connector right down there. Just pull right up, click it in, tighten the window motor up in place. Is untape the window. Okay. And I'm going to slowly slide it down. You can see there's the connector on the window, and there's teeth that make sure that those teeth go on this side while the connector is obviously on that side. The same thing on the front one here. Okay. What I can do is get this one in. Okay. And I'm going to reconnect my switch. Run the window up. Okay, obviously you're also making sure your window regulator works at that point. Now I'm going to put my other bolt in. When you want to push on it, it is kind of there's a flat spot on it to go in. And push on it and get going. Make sure it's tight. Your rear one's tight here. And actually, just for the fun of it, now that everything's bolted up, I'm going to reconnect my switch. And just check, make sure everything goes up and down with no problem. Okay, so once you finish your work on your door, you want to make sure you get it back together well. And these rods tend to pop out. You make sure they're up in there, and then you press these clips together. Okay, so they're all secure. And then this piece that goes in, goes down in there. Okay, and basically just kind of sticks to the door. A little sound deadener. Okay, on this what I like to do is find a reference point, which is, this needs to go there, and that all lines up. ready to put the door panel on. Let's make sure that the mirror is clipped in here. Push that back in or slide it back on. Clip in the mirror. A quick test of everything. Window, mirror, door locks, everything's good.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.